African Americans were boycotting Gucci at one point just because they were doing some racist stuff. They had, like, monkey and all that kind of stuff, big lips. I think they had, but we did that for a week and then we were back buying it. I saw a story with Jim Jones. He was recently in the Gucci store, and he felt like he was mistreated. And then I guess we're not really boycotting Gucci, but he was displeased with the service. So are we ever going to really boycott these expensive brands? I think he was saying he was going to spend $27,000, but he was in there. He was in there waiting 2 hours to spend that money.
Now, quick question before I answer that: did Jim Jones come up there looking like Master Splinter? Did he go in that store looking like
he
Master
might have been
Splinter?
looking a little rougher because that's what it looked. But you thinking you wearing expensive clothes sometimes. You're accepted in some of these stores, but you're really not, just because you still have a different skin color, and certain people just going to see you as a rapper or an entertainer, and you're still not on the level as some other people that might come in there. So you may think you're higher on the totem pole, but you're really not. They got some other people they're going to be working with over you.
Watch this. Jim Jones is a millionaire, so what he's going to do about it? Don't worry about my feelings. What Jim Jones is doing.
Right. And he has a clothing line too. I had bought a shirt a couple of years, well, not a couple of years, maybe like 10 years ago. He has his own line.
I ain't buying no TJ Maxx stuff with the bro with the bro sleeve up, man. I ain't buying that. But well, I'm sounding like a hater.
That's your opinion though. It's not everything is for everybody, especially we're older now. You're not trying to get no flashy or no hip hop urban clothes. You're not necessarily trying to
with
wear
the rhinestone back there.
With the
rhinestones in the car.
Right. You're not necessarily trying to get that look. So, but it is for certain demographics. So they would want to do that. But if you have your own brand, or you're doing your own thing, I would put that on more than. But we want to feel better about ourselves by wearing some of these other brands, just because how other people may feel about us if they see us in other expensive clothes. You know what I mean? We got to kind of get away from thinking about ourselves in that way. Like, we're okay, we're great without these labels. You don't necessarily need to have expensive labels on to feel good about yourself or have other people feel like you're worth something.
Let me get back on Jim Jones.
Go ahead.
If Jim Jones, he got so much money, he don't need to be come out here whining to nobody. He need to do action. He don't need to be on nothing. Right. He don't need to be nothing complaining. You got so much money, do something about it.
Yeah.
Do something about it. Shit, they don't got that many Gucci stores. Right. Boy, I had so many people out that Gucci store acting a fool. Ain't nobody want to go up in there. Do something.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
And I think people like to talk. They rather talk than actually do something or actually take a stand. It's just easier to vent, and then be like, I put it out there. Y'all fight the fight.
He got the money. How are we gonna fight the fight? You need what Rick Ross said. How can you go to war with 50 million? He had no 50 million back then. But how can you go to war with 50 million? And that's on the Mastermind album. Boy, we up here to talk about rapping now.
but you would think 50 million is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money to actually do anything with.
You give me 50 million. You give me 50 million, I'll do something with it.